Matthew chapter 15, verse 10 to 28 is a difficult text to understand, especially if we look into the text without any context explained. Our loving Jesus is being harsh and mean to the Canaanite woman, not answering to her call for help and next calling her a dog. We might wonder, am I reading this right? Well, we need to know what happened before the text. Pharisees and scribes came to see Jesus because he's gaining popularity. They criticized Jesus for his disciples not following the ritual of washing their hands before eating. Jesus points out that in this case, following the tradition allowed people to disobey one of the 10 Commandments, and Jesus calls them hypocrites. Matthew chapter 15, verse 10 to 12 says, "Then he called the crowds to him and said to them, 'Listen and understand. It is not what goes into the mouth that defiles a person, but it is what comes out of the mouth that defiles.' Then the disciples approached him and said, 'Do you know that the Pharisees took offense when they heard what you said?'" It seems like the disciples approached Jesus carefully and told him what he said was offensive to the Pharisees and scribes. Jesus called them hypocrites, told them they will be uprooted, and called them blind people who guide the blind. Pharisees and scribes were powerful authorities at the time, and people respected them. Whereas the Canaanite woman was just an individual who was a foreigner, a Gentile. Woman, Canaanite, a mother of a daughter who is tormented by a demon. Every aspect of her take her into the position of a minority of minorities. Sadly, she may already have been treated like a dog by many. She knew exactly who Jesus was. She called him Lord, Son of David, and kneeled before Jesus. The disciples who were 24/7 with Jesus had just realized that Jesus was the Son of God in the last chapter when they witnessed him walking on water. But this woman knew that Jesus was the Messiah and expected that he would heal her daughter, even from a distance, only by Jesus' word. Jesus did not answer her plea, and we don't know why. Jews don't talk with Gentiles, and some Jews at that time actually called Canaanite people dogs. But still, we are disturbed to see Jesus being silent to her shout and referring to Canaanite as dogs. The disciples came and urged Jesus, saying, "Send her away, for she keeps shouting after us." I see quite difference on how the disciples treated Pharisees and this Gentile woman. The disciples couldn't even talk to the authorities and carefully talk to Jesus about how he had offended them. For this woman, they urged Jesus to get rid of her. When the Canaanite women were treated less, she brought herself humbler. She went lower. People thought Pharisees and scribes had great faith, but Jesus said, "This woman, great is your faith." What is shocking to us is how Jesus treated this woman. But at this time when this was written, people wouldn't have cared for that. What would have shocked them is Jesus calling this Gentile woman, "Great is your faith." Jesus never said to the Pharisees or scribes, "Great is your faith." When people assume that they have that, However, her selfless love towards her daughter and brought forth great faith that surprised Jesus. What may have seemed an insignificant event at that time have eventually made its way written in the gospel for us to read until now.